on account assured, because I think there's a misconception on account assured, and to be honest with you, I kind of was hesitant about this company considering I didn't even remember signing up. But if you have a store brand credit card like I have, which is Victoria's Secret, when you applied and signed up for the store branded card, most likely you signed up for account assured. And pretty much what account assured is a kind of like a debt protection plan, pretty much, that you pay for every month. Like for me with my Victoria's Secret, I pay for it every month, and what it does is just kind of like the name, assures my account should an eligible, quote quote, eligible event occurs. And so that eligible event or involuntary unemployment, so like if you get laid off, fired, like that, disability, loss of life or accidental death, hospitalization, a family leave of absence, and identity theft. Finally, I got my benefit approved, and it did take a minute, honestly. So I'm hoping that this video will help y'all to not let it delay as long as it did for me. So right here you see this is the actual home page of Account Assured, which is accountassured.com. So once you go here, you just put in your online ID that will generate when you sign up, and then right here is a spam pretty much thing to ensure you're not a robot or anything. So right here it will populate like a numerical and alphabetical letters that you just input and log in. If you are a native Spanish speaker, you only speak Spanish, don't worry, they actually have a Spanish section that you can hit, and as you see right here, it will be able to prompt you in Spanish and in Espanol. Once you go in, the first page is the account summary. So as you see here, will be your first name, last name, your phone number, your email address, and your account information. It will also have what benefit plan you have, which is, from my knowledge, just account assured, and then the retailer name. You have to submit a benefit tab. So you can go ahead and initiate a benefit claim, which you will hit continue. By the way, I just want to mention that Comenity Bank or Comenity Capital Bank credit cards all offer account assured protection. But just note, if you have more than one, you have to register and create an account for each one, so they cannot all be submitted into one. As you've seen in the account summary tab, it tells you the card. So each card that you have, if you want to submit a claim, it has to be on its own separate benefits. So you'll initiate or start a benefits claim by clicking on this tab and then just following the prompt. You can do it online or call and initiate a benefits request. God knows how long that would take under the circumstances. I actually was on hold for a good minute just to even speak to someone to follow up. So just keep that in mind. Also, although you may fill out the form online, regardless, they will still mail you out a form that you have to fill out and return. By the way, they don't even send you an envelope to return. Once you submit a benefit, it will give you the option to upload forms. So please note, this is so important. I really wish I had done this video in real time. That way I can actually walk you. It will tell you that they will make a courtesy payment on your behalf. This is not true, y'all. This is not the case. If it does tell you this, I recommend doing a screenshot, which I did not do. I did not do a screenshot. And if it does tell you this when you initiate yours, I recommend, like I said, taking a screenshot and then submitting it for validity. because otherwise it takes pretty much about 30 days for the whole benefit process to be completed. They say, but depending on, to me, it just seemed like they kept requesting and requesting and requesting. They will make a courtesy payment on your behalf, and that's not the case, because I thought that I missed my minimum payment. And so when Victoria's Secret called me asking me what was going on, I told them I submitted the claim with account assured. When I called account assured, they said, hey, it could take up to 30 business days depending on the information provided. So it's important to complete the entire benefits form in the beginning to avoid further delays, because anytime they get something new from you that you have uploaded or sent to them, they will ask you for another 7 business days to review. So, unemployment benefit. I had to provide a letter from my employer with, the letterhead, the company letterhead, stating, that I was in fact laid off. So I had to provide that. I also had to provide my last paycheck stub. So this is the thing that I want y'all to note too. My payment stub was not requested in the beginning, and it kept saying on my benefits payment history, it kept saying that they're gonna mail out. It is very vague. It just says mailed out, further information that has to be returned. Like I said, it was very vague. It didn't even really say what it was. Finally, when I got it in the mail, they were requesting a paycheck stub. So I was like, okay, that's really all into my business. I consider private, but they basically, y'all, just want to see your name and the dates. Make sure it's a current. It will be a whole list that will populate. I want to mention that you can continue to use your card while initiating or receiving benefits, but it's important to note that they will only cover the starting amount at the time of the benefits was initiated. So like, for instance, say your outstanding balance on the account was $1,000 and you continue to use the card, only the $1,000 will be applicable to the benefits request. Benefits amount that they pay, obviously you do not have to pay it back, because it's the value of your debt cancellation protection, which is the whole reason why you got account assured, right? So as you see here, this is basically my benefit history information. So it will have your benefits number. Right here was my delay. We are unable to provide your benefit status at this time, and that's because they was requesting more information. Basically, once I resubmitted it, I guess it validated everything because I provided all the required information. So right here it says a benefit amount was processed. This is a final benefit for this event. You will receive a letter in the mail with completed details. So y'all, this is pretty much in a nutshell how account assured works, and I think it's very beneficial to have under these circumstances. I think if people, I know it's a Facebook group that talks a little bit, that people elaborate their experience with account assured, but I think it's really like user error. You just have to make sure to provide required documentation, the information that will validate my claim. That's all they care about, is validation of your claim. And so yeah, I hope y'all find this video beneficial, and I would love to hear your comments, and thank you so much. Hope you like.